So, good morning. Let's see how we get started on this. We got the AC O-rings changed all in the engine compartment. That came out to 10 different O-rings. The ones I didn't change is down here for the evaporator unit, which I think has 2 or 3. I just didn't feel like it getting in there with the yoga exercises because you have to go all the way underneath it. And I got the vacuum leak fixed here, and of course it was the part on top here for the center vents. And what happened was this was a new old stock unit I bought 3 years ago off eBay, still in the original packing but manufactured in 2010 or 2012. And that was one of the 2-chamber ones. And it was on the lower chamber. One of the 4 prongs had slightly come loose, so this whole thing was tilted between the lower chamber, which holds the 2 halves together for the lower chamber, and that rubber thing kind of slipped in from the vacuum, creating a leak there, which means my flap wouldn't change on top here. They were constantly open. I got now nice cold air. It is exactly 33 ounces of Freon I had to put in there, R134. And then I went to AutoZone and I got a bottle of 3 ounces of O-ring conditioner for these 3 O-rings, which are back here on the evaporator unit. I'm probably gonna need a new condenser one day, and then the 2 hoses going to and from the receiver dryer, probably they will have to be replaced. That is that long blue one which comes in here, the return line, and then that short piece which goes from the receiver dryer to the condenser. To get to this vacuum part is really tricky. Basically what you have to do is remove the airbag and then take out this lower part. All of this has to come out, and then just the left bracket here which can come out, and then you can get in there. It's quite a chore. It took 3 hours to fix this. Otherwise we have made it now to 347,000 miles. That is all working. So we're good here. Now the other thing is what one viewer from the Middle East pointed out is on these compressors is that the front seals usually go out, which is probably true. And in order to test this, you need that metal plate, that cover, which covers both connection points on the manifold. And I didn't have to, so what I usually do is I use my thumb and I do the suction first. I basically rotate the clutch part, and you will see if it has an internal leak or if it has an external leak, and then I press my finger against the discharge side, which brings up a pressure side basically, and then you can get an idea if they both pass. If you put your thumb on there, especially on the suction side, and you turn that 2 or 3 times, you should get a pretty good vacuum on it, and it should hold until you remove your finger. If the vacuum starts to drop off, your thumb is very sensitive on the skin, so you can feel this immediately. This is like a simplified test to do it. This compressor, it looks like it was made or sold by that company in Miami, which has these unmarked compressors, and they're selling them on eBay and over their website. And they have a front seal kit and a bearing kit for those, so you wouldn't even have to buy a new one, as long as the internal parts are okay and are still creating vacuum / pressure. These veins basically, and like I said, it's just checked out. So this is where we are. We got the AC going and everything is looking good. With that, you have a great afternoon.